Your AI agent is already a liability. Let's rebuild it properly. Can you afford to watch your AI agent spiral out of control, making unauthorized API calls or generating endless, costly loops? This isn't a hypothetical bug, it is a direct financial threat to your project. Your agents must operate within strict, predefined boundaries. Let's lock that down. Stop seeing guardrails as restrictions. They are your competitive edge. I've watched projects implode not from faulty code, but from uncontrolled autonomy. You are not just preventing a bill, you are engineering predictable, production-grade intelligence. This is the discipline that separates a prototype from a mission-critical asset. Build without this, and you are gambling with your architecture's integrity. Let me tell you about a team that launched a procurement agent. It autonomously ordered $17,000 in office chairs overnight. Their mistake wasn't the AI, it was giving it a company credit card without a spending limit. This is the agent runaway problem. Your solution isn't a better model. It is an architecture of intelligent constraint. Think of your AI like a high-performance engine. Without a governor on that engine, you have no control over its RPM or where it goes. A single misunderstood instruction could send costs spiraling. That's the runaway risk. Guardrails are your system of governors, ensuring power and precision move together. You are building your agent wrong, risking far more than you know. This is your financial circuit breaker. Define the maximum computational spend for any single task. Without it, one runaway workflow can drain your entire project budget in minutes. You must enforce absolute caps on both tokens and calls. It is the non-negotiable foundation of operational integrity. Why would you trust an external model with a blank check? You would not. The environment variable isn't just a config, it is your system's first and final command. Set this as an immutable limit. When an agent hits that cap, it stops dead. This is how you control the conversation and guarantee that your security is never compromised by cost. Think of this as the kill switch hardwired into every agent's core. It's not a suggestion, it's non-negotiable infrastructure. When latency spikes or an unexpected loop triggers, the breaker trips instantly. You are not just containing cost, you are preventing a cascade failure from taking down your entire orchestration layer. Everyone obsesses over cost. They are missing the point. That log is your single source of truth for architectural weakness. Pinpoint exactly which process or model is failing to deliver value under load. This transforms reactive accounting into a strategic blueprint. You are not tracking pennies, you are engineering out inefficiency before it becomes a cultural habit. Your AI isn't just a tool, it is a liability with open permissions. You think sanitizing inputs is just about stripping script tags? That's dangerously naive. Your AI will encounter crafted, malicious prompts designed to manipulate its core logic. Without deep semantic validation, you are not cleaning data, you are blindly trusting an adversary. Every raw prompt that reaches your LLM is a potential breach. Stop filtering words. Start governing intent. But you think output validation is just formatting? Wrong. That AI response could be a data leak, a policy violation, or malicious code. You haven't finished until you force every single output to prove its integrity against a strict schema. One unchecked payload can corrupt your entire system. Stop accepting promises, start demanding proof. You think you have filtered the question, so you are safe. The real breach is in the answer. A single reply from that model, carrying hidden payloads or fabricated data, can poison every downstream process. Your AI must justify every piece of its output against an ironclad contract. Never trust a response. Interrogate it. An allow list is your command. A block list is an invitation. Think of your AI as a junior analyst. You do not forbid them from saying classified, you specify the exact reports they can cite. One stray, hallucinated data point in its output becomes truth for your entire system. You must dictate the permissible vocabulary of every response. Your AI is a ticking expense bomb. Let's defuse it for good. Picture a mission-critical process failing silently in production. Your business grinds to a halt. This isn't a hypothetical. You must architect your agent's resilience now. Embed automatic logging and user-friendly fallback messages. Design workflows that can degrade gracefully when the LLM call times out. Do not let a single point of failure cascade into chaos and customer frustration. Your system's dignity depends on it. Your agent hits a timeout. The clock expires, but your process does not. Behind the scenes, a circuit breaker halts the retry avalanche. You have predefined a clear, automated pivot to a secondary workflow or cached response. The user receives a prompt update, not a dead end. This is operational integrity. This is how you engineer trust. Think of your agent as a pilot, not a passenger. When a critical system fails, it does not just crash. It initiates controlled, pre-programmed descent, rerouting to a backup landing strip. Your error messages are the calm, steady voice from the cockpit, explaining the new path and maintaining complete confidence throughout the unexpected journey. Now, imagine that cockpit voice isn't just calm. It is actionable. Your agent's structured logs should be an instant, automated diagnostic. Do not just capture that a system failed, capture why and trigger the next, precise step. This transforms your error log from a passive post-mortem into an active copilot for your application's resilience. Your AI has a silent spending problem. Here's the fix. Your agent's power is also its biggest threat. One broad role, and it can silently alter, delete, or exfiltrate your live data. We lock it down. I assign each agent a dedicated, minimal role, like giving a surgeon only a scalpel, not the keys to the pharmacy. Complete isolation is your first and strongest security guardrail. Direct database access is a loaded weapon. Even a single misstep in a prompt could trigger catastrophic, irreversible data loss. Instead, you expose only safe, vetted APIs. These become the agent's sanctioned tools, giving it precise capabilities without the dangerous keys to the kingdom. This controlled interface is your critical security layer. Think of the destination service as a high-security airlock. It completely isolates your agent from the actual backend credentials. You provide a controlled pathway, not raw access. This ensures every connection is authenticated, authorized, and logged, turning every API call into a secure, auditable transaction you fully govern. That's your operational confidence. Imagine your agent as a submarine's hull. Without isolation, A single leak sinks everything. You must compartmentalize. This audit log is your pressure sensor for every bulkhead. You see exactly which compartment was accessed, why, and by whom. No black box. This is how you maintain integrity when the operational depth and stakes are immense. Your AI is a financial and security liability waiting to happen. A raw user request hits your system. Now, watch it hit my validation wall first. Every single input is inspected, cleansed, and deweaponized before any AI model even sees it. This guardrail strips out harmful payloads and policy violations. You are not just filtering noise, you are actively neutralizing threats at the perimeter. This is your first and most critical line of defense. Next, my system demands an immediate, ruthless budget check. This isn't a suggestion, it is an automated circuit breaker. Your AI's ambition is instantly measured against hard financial reality. No more runaway costs. No more billing surprises. You control the spend before a single expensive operation begins. This is fiscal discipline engineered into every decision. Now the agent acts. But this isn't a naive execution, it is a hardened operation. Our error wrappers form an intelligent containment field. If a third-party service fails or returns gibberish, the system does not crash. It catches, logs, and routes around the fault. Your AI agent becomes resilient, handling the chaos of real-world systems with grace and unwavering stability. Now the system has produced a result, but we cannot simply pass it back. This is the final gate. Our validation layer is your quality control inspector, scrutinizing every response against strict business rules. It ensures the output isn't just plausible, but actually correct and compliant. Your users receive guaranteed, trustworthy intelligence, not unverified guesses. This final gate is your absolute quality control. I am talking about validating every single response against your ironclad business rules. You demand correctness and compliance, not just plausibility. And here's the critical move, you log everything. This is your proof, your audit trail, and the only way to truly measure and control cost. This is how you ship guaranteed intelligence. Your AI's unchecked API calls just created a $10,000 breach. That breach is personal. Now, let's build your defense. We start not with complex rules, but a fundamental shield, the budget and validation template. This single layer intercepts every call, checking cost and intent before execution. You define the limits, it enforces them. It is your intelligent circuit breaker, active from the very first agent you deploy. This shield is now yours. Take these samples. Imprint your security, your governance, your financial controls directly into their architecture. This is beyond configuration, it's core DNA. You are not just building an agent, you are establishing a governed, sovereign territory within BTP clone, embed, and command. Your standard is set. Think of this like a military exercise for your agent. You do not wait for a real attack to find weaknesses. You stage the assault yourself with these malicious prompts. Probe every boundary, test every rule. This controlled stress reveals the true integrity of your guardrails before any real threat ever does. You must know its breaking point to guarantee its strength. Then you build. This is the final forge. Take every vulnerability you just exposed and codify its defense directly into the template. Each rule you strengthen here becomes a permanent feature of your agent's architecture. This is how you transition from reactive fixes to proactive, engineered resilience. Your guardrails become the bedrock.